Hey everyone, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. It's TBR time today. I'm getting ready for my June reading. So this was a bit of a difficult month for me actually, as I was trying to put together my reading plan. So I've got a couple of books that I'm reading in May, one of which I haven't actually started yet on today, which is the 24th of May. And I'm going to presumably be reading the next book in the series, but I don't want to plan that in for next month until I've finished the current book in the series, because something might happen, I might not enjoy it and I might not want to continue. So I was a little bit stumped. I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I have landed on the usual 4 books though, 2 audiobooks and 2 physical or Kindle reads, so let's get into them. The first audiobook that I'm going to read in June is going to be the continuation of the series, so I won't talk too much about it, but this one is book 6 now of Crown of Stars by Kate Elliott, and it is called In the Ruins. Now, when I sat down to film, I very nearly forgot the title of that one, as well as forgetting one of the books that I'd actually planned, so here I am being very well prepared. I'm enjoying Crown of Stars so far. Things are starting to ramp up as we get through the series. I'm currently coming towards the end of book 5. This one is 1,000 and something pages, but book 6 does cut that nearly in half. I think it's only about 500 and something, maybe 600 pages, so a lot more room in the month, which suits me because I'm not having as much time to listen to audiobooks at the moment because I'm pretty busy with my proofreading work. But yeah, I'm hoping to really enjoy In the Ruins as a continuation of the series and as I build towards the final book in that particular series. The next one that I'm going to read on audiobook is one that I've been looking to read for a long time, and the circumstance, the situation, it's just never been quite right and I've not got round to it. But a few friends in my Discord server have decided they wanted to read it as well, so we're going to do a buddy read of The Dragonbone Chair by Tad Williams. This is book 1 of Memory, Sorrow and Thorn. So this is one of the series that's on my reading plan for 2025, so covers a couple of bases there, which I'm really pleased about. A war fueled by the powers of dark sorcery is about to engulf the peaceful land of Ostenard, for Prester John, the High King, lies dying. And with his death, the Storm King, the undead ruler of the elf-like Scythie, seizes the chance to regain the lost realm through a pact with a newly ascended king. Knowing the consequences of this bargain, the king's younger brother joins with a small, scattered group of scholars, the League of the Scroll, to confront the true danger threatening Ostenard. Simon, a kitchen boy from the royal castle, unknowingly apprenticed to a member of this league, will be sent on a quest that offers the only hope of salvation, a deadly riddle concerning the long-lost swords of power. Compelled by fate and perilous magics, he must leave the only home he's ever known, face enemies more terrifying than Ostenard has ever seen, even as the land itself begins to die. So this one, as I say, kicks off the series. It's a trilogy, but the last book is quite a chunky one, which is often seen split into 2 books. So I don't know whether I'm going to, presuming I enjoy it, listen to these ones 1 per month, or whether I'm going to stretch it over 4 months. I'll see where it takes me, basically, see how the mood fits and how my other reading is going at the time as well. So then we move on. So as I said, I've got another couple of books which I've picked then to do as physical or digital reads, because I don't have physical copies of them. I'm going to read these on the Kindle. The first one is my Patreon pick for the month. Now, I've really struggled with this, both in picking different books, because I want to move through my reading plan. I don't want to just give my patrons the same few books to choose from each month. But also most of them that are on my plan are actually audiobooks that I'm planning, as I've tried to kind of plan that throughout the year with credits from Audible and so forth. So it was a little bit difficult for me. I decided to try to avoid the ties that I keep getting in the patron votes. Rather than putting up book covers for my patrons to choose from, I just put up 3 predominant colours from the 3 books that I was picking from. And fortunately for me, it seemed to work. Whatever it was, I had a clear winner this time. And it turned out to be Embers Rising, which is book 1 of the Fixers by Sterling Carmichael. This is one that I saw a while ago and I just loved the cover. I just thought it was really cool and kind of atmospheric, and it sounded pretty cool as well, with some of the kind of tropes and buzzwords that I do like in a synopsis of a fantasy novel. They expected their heist to yield coin, not conspiracies. What the former mercenaries find is a deadly plot that could destroy their country. The nation of Arian may have recently shed its monarchy for a more democratic government, but reform hasn't changed the rules of survival on the streets. Currency is king and almost everyone is for sale at the right price. Ex-warrior and sellsword Kaimana knows this well when he hears his corrupt old employer is on his deathbed. Kaimana sees a chance to pay off his gambling debts and recruits a friend to help him unburden his former employer of a few valuables. Lorenz, a half-elven expert thief who worked with the rest of their defunct mercenary group, agrees to come out of retirement for one last job. Unfortunately, their plan goes sideways when they discover the old man used them to consolidate the country's riches into one person's coffers. Twilo, a ruthless politician running the next election who will set reforms back by decades, or worse, if he ever gains enough power. Kaimana and Lorenz alert the remaining members of their group who scattered after a disastrous mission drove them apart almost a decade ago. Twilo may have the upper hand, but he has no clue who he's double-crossed, and they're going to make sure it's the worst mistake of his life. So I do think that sounds pretty cool, and I'm hoping that I'm going to have a really enjoyable read with this one. Book 2 is also out now. I'm not sure about further books in the series, but it's another one that I think has got a pretty cool cover, and if I enjoy these, I'd be very tempted to pick them up and get them on the shelves. And then the last one that I've provisionally put into my June reading plan, this is an advance review copy of a book which I think it might be having a Kickstarter at the moment. I'm not sure whether that is still going on, but it comes out in September. Expected publication date is the 13th of September. It's called Last Among Equals, and it's by Peter J. Alden. I like this one. It's got a really cool cover. I do love a bit of Jeff Brown artwork. I think the covers are just absolutely fantastic. So that's definitely a draw just in terms of the cover buy aspect of it, of which I don't generally fall for, but it did sound pretty interesting to me as well. So fingers crossed, this is going to be another one for me to enjoy. Sometimes it's the outsiders who have the most to offer and the most to lose. As monstrous hordes of Trell carve bloody swathes across the southern nation of Alaj, Northern Cardolan quietly revels in its neighbours' downfall until the Trell appear at their own borders. The fate of both countries now rests upon the shoulders of two unlikely heroes. Eric Hodegar, a disgraced Cardelian nobleman and warrior, unjustly branded a traitor and shunned for his father's sins, and youthful Prej, the last of Alaj's mages, an inexperienced apprentice who hides a secret calling she feels ill-prepared to fulfill. To thwart the Trell Scourge, these traditional enemies must forge an alliance, rallying a ragtag band of soldiers and sorcerers to face an enemy raising everything in their path. In a world where old grudges run deep and new horrors emerge, Eric and Prej must learn to trust each other or else bear witness to the destruction of both of their homelands. So that does sound pretty cool for me. I like the kind of general idea behind that. As I say, it's got a great cover which really puts me kind of in the scene. Yeah, I'm hoping to enjoy this one. And again, it's another one that if I do enjoy, I'd be looking at picking up a physical copy of this one. So that's it. That's my June reading plan. Not sure how this one's going to go. I've got the old TBR jar on standby if I do get through these. I've had a couple of really chunky audiobooks at the moment in the last couple of months, so maybe I'll have a bit more audiobook listening time with shorter books coming in. But as I said at the start of the video, I've got quite a busy period of work ahead of me as well, so who knows, maybe that will balance out. Only time will tell. What are you looking forward to reading in June? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll hopefully see you in the next video sometime soon. Until then, as always, take care of yourselves, read some good books. Bye for now. Rallying a ragtag band of soldiers and sorcerers. Rallying a ragtag band of soldiers and sorcerers to face an amazing, oh, for f***'s sake. Rallying a ragtag